Welcome to TinkerSpace. Our project name is Touch Me Not Game with Display. Here we use general connectors and push button as input, buzzer and LCD display as output, and TinkerSpace Brain Board, connecting wires and battery. Let's connect the components. Here we connect general connectors to input 1, push button to input 2, LCD display to display port, buzzer to output 1. Now we have connected our components. Now let's do coding.
Now let's do the coding. Open the TinkerSpace app. Here, choose your Tinker board. I will select Brain Board. Now click on Create New Project and type your project name. After typing your project name, click on Save New Project. Here, the design space has been opened. Now, as per the hardware connection, I will add the input and output devices. Here, I add a general connector and push button as input and buzzer as output. Now go to the menu and click on Save. Here, the design has been saved successfully. Now go to the menu and click on Go to Codespace. The Codespace has been opened. Click on Add or Edit Input Condition. Select Hardware Input Condition. Now let's choose two separate cases for the input. Click on Select this condition. In the input 1, sensor on. In the buzzer, I will click on A on or off and the volume will be at the maximum 100%. Click on Save Settings. In the input 2, sensor on, I will choose tone E, beep telephone. So, after selecting, click on Save Settings. In the input 1, sensor off, in the counter, I will choose auto increment for 1 second. Click on Save Settings. In the input 1, sensor on, I will click on Clear Counter. Save Setting. In the input 2, sensor on, I will click on here, click on Stop Auto Increment. So save it. In the custom message, click on String Message 1. I will type Keep Going and click on Save Settings. And in input 1, sensor on, click on Custom Message. Here, I will type You lost. And the message 2, I will type Game Over. Save Settings. And the input 2, sensor on, in the custom message, in the first message, I will type Save Settings. Now in the display LCD, click on the display. Here, I will scroll and now I will add the custom message 1. The custom message 1 will be shown in the display. Keep going. And the second one, I will click on display C1. C1 in the sense counter 1. Click on Save Settings. and the input 1 sensor on. In the display, I will click on add custom message 1. The custom message will be shown in the display as you lost. And the second one, I will add custom message, save settings. And the input 2 sensor on. In the display section, in the first layer, I will click on add custom message 1. And in the second layer, I will choose the CMD display C1, means counter 1. Now click on save settings. And here I will add some delay to the both condition to input 1 sensor on and input 2 sensor on. I will add some delay, around 5 seconds of delay I will add. So click on save settings. Same for the input 2 sensor on. I will add 5 seconds of delay. Click on save settings. Here the coding for touch me not game with display is done. Now in the touch me not game, there will be a conducting wire gone from point A from point B in a zigzag manner, and there will be a conducting wires ring, and the first end of the conducting wire in the general connector, it is go to positive end, and the rings conducting wire will be in the negative end, and there will be a display that will show all the results in the first layer and in the second layer. And there is a one push button that we added, and that is connected to the input 2. So the input 1 is a general connector and input 2 is push button. Here in the input 1 sensor on means the ring is touched the conductive wire and the buzzer will turn on, indicating that the player is lost the game. And if the player successfully crosses the ring from point A to point B, then they should press the push button and it will indicate that the player is won. So we added tone E for this to recognize the player has won. So after pressing it, it will show that the player is won. And now we added counter. So when the time is start, so the display will show the count from starting from 1 second to how much time that the person is taken to finish the game. So we added auto increment from 1 second. So it will start from 1 second. And in the input 2 sensor on, in the counter, we added auto stop. So when the player press the push button, it means he won the game, and the counter will stop the counting and will show the timing, like how much time the player took to come from point A to point B. And the custom message, we can add our own message that should show in the display. So here we added keep going, so that when the player starts to play, in the display it shows as keep going. If the player touches the conducting wire in middle by the conducting ring, then the auto increment will stop, and in the display it shows as you lost and the game is over. In the first string it will show as you lost, and in the second layer it will show as game over. And if he won the game, then he should touch the push button, then he should press the push button and the increment will stop, and in the display it will show as you won, and it will also display the time the player took to win the game. And we added some delay, that around 5 seconds of delay we added over here for both the condition. When he gonna start and when he gonna win, the timer for the smooth function of the game to be continued, we added 5 seconds of delay in this coding. So this is how the coding will work in the touch me not game with display project. Here the coding part is done. So now click on save code. The coding that we generated has been successfully saved. Now go to the menu and click on upload code. Here you have two options. First one, USB upload. Second one, Wi-Fi upload. Now enter your device ID. Now I will enter my device ID. My device ID is Tinkers125. So now I will enter my device ID. My device ID I have entered. Now I will click on Wi-Fi upload. To upload the code, follow these 3 steps. Step number 1. Turn on mobile hotspot. So set your hotspot name to TinkerSpace.in and the password is Tinkers123. Step number 2. Click on flash or code switch of your Tinker board about 4 to 5 seconds and your board will be automatically connected to this hotspot. Now step number 3. Click on search my device button. Now your device is searching and the device is connected. Now click on upload code. Now the generated code is going to the server and now it is uploading to the TinkerSpace Brain Board. The generated code has been successfully uploaded to the TinkerSpace Brain Board. Here we finished our coding part. Now let's do the hardware part.
Here we finish model of our project work. Here we use a conductive wire, a stick, transistor switch, push button, buzzer, TinkerSpace Brain Board and LCD display. In order to win the game, you have to move the stick from one end to the another without touching the conducting wire. If you touch the conducting wire, the buzzer indicates us and LCD display shows that you lost the game and the game is over. If you move the stick from one end to the another without touching the conducting wire, you have to press the push button and the LCD display shows that you won the game in these seconds. Now let's do the demo. I have pressed the reset button to show that to start the counter. Now I have launched the game. Let's play again to win. Yes, I won the game. Now the LCD display shows that you won the game in these seconds.
Hope you enjoyed this project. Download our TinkerSpace app where you can find more model ideas suitable for this project. Do you like gifts? We have some giveaways waiting for you. Just follow the next steps to claim your Tinker gift. Open TinkerSpace app and create this project code as per the tutorial. Then share this code to me by clicking the button Share to Teacher. Here you have to enter your name, school, class, phone number and click Send. We will go through code of each student and we will pick 25 students per month who will receive our giveaway TinkerSpace project. Why waiting? Do this project code and grab your kit for free. Thank you and stay connected.